Hello, this is Rachel with the Otago Prattville Public Library, and I'm going to show you all today how to access our online resources. So the first thing we're going to do is open our internet browser. I use Google Chrome, and then click up in the navigation bar up at the top of the browser, and it should automatically highlight whatever is in the navigation bar. So you could just type appl.info and press enter on your keyboard, and that should take you straight away to the library's webpage. Now, once you're on the library's webpage, you'll notice there's a lot to look at. We can log into your account that has our online catalog or OPAC, as we reference here, so that you can renew your books or look through what you have checked out, place items on hold, so on and so forth. But what I want to focus on today is our online resources. So ways that you can get books, audiobooks, videos, magazines, things like that without coming into the library. Even research and homework help. We have all sorts of resources available online. So feel free to visit our website, again, www.appl.info. Excuse me. And we'll get you started with some online resources. So to start our tour, we're going to go to the online resources tab, and we're going to start from the top and work our way down. So let's start with Alabama Virtual Library. This is the first one. It is not the smallest one by any stretch of the imagination. There's a little snippet here about what AVL is, what it provides, how it works, and then you'll click on the link to go to AVL. You do have to be in Alabama to access Alabama Virtual Library or AVL. And if you have connection problems or trouble logging in to AVL for whatever reason, please contact our director at milam@appl.info. So we have resources for Alabama for elementary school, middle school, high school, college and university, adult resources, ebook resources, and a list of all of their resources. So for example, this featured resource of the month, Pebble Go, is featured under elementary school resources, and it looks to me like it is some sort of geography thing, but honestly, I'm not quite sure. So let's read more and see what it wants to tell us about. Okay, so they're giving us open access right now. That's great. There's a lot of databases and resources that are doing that. So that's really cool. So we're going to go back to the elementary school tab and go down. These should be listed alphabetically. Here we go. Yep, Pebble Go. And we clicked on it to select it. It opens in a new window. We'll give it a moment to load. My internet is not super thrilled with having to be put to work all the time, but we're making it work. Oh, okay, so this is more than geography. It has some social studies and things like that. It looks like it's got all sorts of information for children, including biography, science, animals, social studies, dinosaurs, and then for the first 4 categories I mentioned, it looks like it has resources in Spanish as well, which is really cool. So we have birds and classification of animals, dinosaurs. Oh, dinosaurs are here. They're just under the Spanish section for animals. Oh my goodness, it speaks. Okay, so it will, it looks like it narrates whatever it is that you mouse over or click on, which is really cool. And then there's games, there's question of the day. So there's all sorts of things that you can do, even just with this one Pebble Go resource online. So I'm going to close out of here. That's one example of the elementary school resources for Alabama. Let's go to middle school. Now, another thing I want to draw your attention towards is that you can search up here for specific resources for whatever age group you're looking for. And you can also use these tabs at the top to find different classifications. So let's say we're looking for biographies. We can click on biography, and here we see Britannica School middle school rather. That's going to have all sorts of resources about everything, really. The Britannica School database has a little bit of everything about everything. It has really good articles to get you introduced to a topic, and it provides resources that are high quality and reliable. So it's a little bit, it's more than a little bit better than Wikipedia because it's not crowdsourced, it's an actual encyclopedia. So we'll go here to biographies, and right away we can see this alphabetical list. We've got pictures. You can find a national or cultural association. You can select an era. You can select a gender to filter. Let's say since it's March and it's Women's History Month, we want to look at the ladies. So here we go, and they are listed here alphabetically as well. So that's really cool. So that's an example of some of the middle school items. And then going back, we have high school, college, and university. I'm going to highlight for a moment some of the adult resources. Once we click on them, you can see there's quite a bit, but this includes things like business resources and career resources. So let's go into the career resources for just a moment. Business Source Premier, is a really good database to use. Gale OneFile Vocations and Careers, that gives you information about different careers. And then we have the EBSCO Vocational and Career Collection. So all of these databases have really good info, reliable information that has been vetted, comes from scholarly sources, and it's lots of good stuff. Now I'm going to click here on the All Resources tab. I just pointed to it with my finger like you guys can see me. I'm sorry. Okay, let's scroll down. Academic Search Premier is one of my favorites for especially college or anytime you're doing some sort of in-depth research. You can click on that, type in your search terms. There's all sorts of filters you can use to make sure you're getting what you want to get. All sorts of goodies down here. We have some medical things, Health Source Consumer Edition. We have Gale eBooks. Opposing Viewpoints is a good one for like a pros and cons project for children who are working on building their arguments and things like that. Illustrated Science Library, Britannica. Let's talk about pets. I mean, really, there's so much to choose from. It takes me a good minute just to scroll all the way up. So Alabama Virtual Library has a ton of resources. You can click through and go through and learn about this stuff all day long. And if we go back to the home page real quick, you'll notice they have the link here saying that all their modules are accessed for free to AVL users due to the COVID-19 outbreak. However, most of these resources listed in Alabama Virtual Library, you as an Alabama resident have access to them anyway. So you can get on these resources 9 times out of 10 year round, basically. So this is a really good site to go to. I'm going to take us back to the library's homepage real quick. Here we are. So next on our list of online resources is CameliaNet Digital Library, which is our ebooks. The app for that is Libby. We'll go ahead and click in. And it's going to have us log into our library accounts. Now, the rest of these resources, for the most part, you will need a library card number and your PIN to access these materials. So, like it says here, more titles may be available to you. Sign in to see the full collection. So you'll hit sign in and you will enter your library first of all. And we're the Otago Prattville Public Library. And then I'll enter my card number. Okay, so we are logged in and ready to go. If you've logged in before, it'll take you straight to this screen and you can start checking out magazines. You can check out, they are showing police books right now, new editions. They've got classics. Now, Libby and Overdrive actually, they're the same thing, and they just bought a bunch of the classic novels specifically for this time so that you can read them while you're at home. So these are all available, no holds, no waits. You can read them anytime, at least while they're doing this promotion, and that's a really cool feature that they're doing. Then we have coming of age stories, all sorts of really cool books, ebooks, audiobooks. And if we keep on going, page to screen, so these are books that movies have been made of. And then if we go back to the menu on top, we can go to collections and we can actually see that they have some videos that are available. So if you need to keep some kiddos occupied, you can watch a reading of Dragons Love Tacos with them. There's lots of things for children, a few things for grown-ups, just tons of variety that you might not necessarily expect from day to day without being able to access the building of your library. So if this is the first time that you're logging into CameliaNet, you're going to have to log in with that library card number like I mentioned before and your PIN. And if you have any issues with accessing your library card number or your PIN, or if you don't have a library card number, or if you have fines on your account, or whatever the case may be, if you have something preventing you during this time when the library is closed from accessing CameliaNet, Libby, or Overdrive, please give us a call or email our director. Again, that's lmilam@appl.info, and I'll post her email below in a link with this video, but you can contact her and she'll get you set up, because we really want people to be able to use the library in this time, despite the physical building not being able to be open. So we're going to go down. We did AVL, we did CameliaNet. Let's do Homework Alabama. And again, we click on the link. So this one is great for a variety of reasons. Again, it's all for Alabamians. We have Homework Alabama, which is for those in school. We have Career Alabama. I'm going to open that in a new tab so that we can take a look at that and see what resources they have for adults, new adults, things like that, including resume and cover letter review. They'll actually look at your review, get it back to you, tell you how good or bad it is and how it can be improved. There's computer literacy, there's citizenship tests, there's job helps, all sorts of things. ESL, GED, reading comprehension, math, science, writing. Yeah, tons of stuff for grown-ups too. But then when we go back to Homework Alabama, we can see we have homework help, academic tutoring, there's a writing lab and drop-off reviews, self-study resources and test prep tools, and then the Career Alabama tutoring as well. So let's open. Here's the site. As you can see, it's very similar. The one for grown-ups has some Spanish options as well. And this one for students or children, get help with schoolworks, drop off a math question, write a paper, practice my skills, prepare for a test. So there's all sorts of things for really all levels of learning. But this is great, especially for high school, college, and newer emerging adults. I would say that this site is probably most useful to those groups. Okay, so we're going to go back to the library's webpage again, appl.info, and we're going to move on down the line to Learning Express. Learning Express is available through this link. And while it's loading, I just want to say too, if you think of any other resources that you would like help with, or anything that we can help you access online, any reference questions you may have, anything like that, please feel free to message us. Search Atauga Prattville Public Library and message us on Facebook. We'll see what we can do. We're doing our best to flatten the curve and to keep COVID-19 from spreading and wreaking havoc everywhere, but that doesn't mean we don't still want to be here for you. So we absolutely would love to help you with your reference questions. We would love to help you with your online resources, career preparation, things like that. We'll find a way to make it work. We'll make it happen. So please send us a message on Facebook under Atauga Prattville Public Library. We'll see what we can do for you. So this one, Learning Express Library, we have Career Prep, again, Job and Career Accelerator. That one's really cool. I use that one when I'm going for a promotion or something like that, and I need resources on job interviews. It's a really good, there's a good set of links and all sorts of other information that help guide you to prepare for interviews. In your field or in any field, it's really pretty amazing. We have the High School Equivalency Center, College Admissions Test Preparation for ACT, SAT, AP tests, School Center for elementary and middle school aged students, college students, adult core skills, computer skills, and these come with video courses, personal success skills, and then courses for Spanish speakers. So let's go for a moment into Computer Skills Center, because I know that computer skills are something that we help out with a lot at the library. So if we hit Get Started with the Internet, it's got these options here. So we could say, let's learn about using our email, and it will give us this step-by-step guide to becoming an email expert. So you would sign in or register to begin. If it's your first time, you're going to register. If you've signed in to Learning Express before, you're going to hit sign in. And then it just gets you started right away. So it's really, really cool. There's tons of other options. Popular software tools is another one. If you have trouble with Microsoft Word, you can pick your specific year that you're working with to be sure that you're getting the most up-to-date and relevant tips for what you're doing. So all sorts of options on here. All right, let's go back to the library's webpage again. And we're about halfway there. Ancestry Library. Let me see. I believe Ancestry Library has been expanded due to the virus for the time being, but I think the link for that is on our Facebook page. So visit Autauga Prattville Public Library on Facebook and click on the link that says Ancestry Library Edition, and that should get you hooked up with Ancestry Library, even if you're outside of the library while everyone's on quarantine. For now, I'm gonna kind of skip over that because I don't want to get in my Facebook all up on the screen. We do have other genealogy resources. So this is saying you can submit your questions to the Prattville Library. If you have genealogical reference questions, send those to us as well. We'll see what we can do to help you out. Okay, 2 more. We have the Great Courses. Now this is kind of a 3-in-1. So I'm gonna go back real quick to Autauga Prattville Public Library. Under Books, Audio, and Digital, we actually have download audiobooks and download ebooks and magazines, right? So this download ebooks and magazines, when we open that up, this looks familiar, right? Overdrive, it is Libby. Overdrive is Libby, Libby is ChameleonNet. So when we go directly to overdrive.com, here we are back at ChameleonNet. So that is a resource under Books, Audio, Digital, but also under Books, Audio, Digital, and not under online resources, is download audiobooks. And when we open that in a new tab, it takes you to RB Digital. RB Digital stands for Recorded Books Digital, and this page is taking forever to load, I'm so sorry. They provide the top 200 audiobooks to our library. So this takes you right away to their help page in case you want to download the apps or get the mobile apps. But when you click on the home, on their little logo, it takes you straight into audiobooks. And the fun thing about these audiobooks available on RB Digital is they are no waits, no holds. So if I check out Cream Puff Murder today and I'm reading it, you can check it out and read it at the same time. Whereas when we're on ChameleonNet or Overdrive, sometimes there will be holds and waits and you have to kind of wait and get an email before you're notified that a title is available for you to read, even on or audiobook. So these audiobooks are no waits, no holds. And then as you can see, when I was scrolling down a little bit, there's these education tabs. And that's what I was getting to earlier. We have Great Courses and Transparent Language Online. Here is the Great Courses, and both of those resources actually, the Great Courses and Transparent Language Online, are listed under online resources as well. So if you want something to read, you can go to the Books tab, go to Download Ebooks and Magazines for Libby, download audiobooks for RB Digital, or you can go to the online resources, check out all of these books and databases, as well as these courses and learning resources. So the Great Courses by RB Digital, or provided by RB Digital, has so much stuff in it. These are all in-depth courses with multiple videos. Economic History of the World, for example, that's got 48 lectures. That one's gonna be beefy. We have some cooking ones, Food, a History, 36 lectures, baking pastries and desserts. Like, what a better way to hang out at home, right? We've got some health and fitness things, Tai Chi and Qigong. I don't know how you say that, sorry, Qigong? Anyway, you could probably watch the lectures and figure out how to say it and how to do it. And then we've got history, hobby and leisure. You can work with your puppy or a dog and get them in tip-top trained shape. Literature and language. and then mathematics, music and fine arts, philosophy, professional and personal development, science, travel, so on. So there is a lot that you can explore. And like I said, each of them have multiple videos. Many of the videos are somewhat interactive. They'll have visual elements as well as like a lecture element. Some of them have different ways of engaging with you visually, so they're really pretty great, very engaging and super cool. I might do in a week or so a whole thing on the great courses, because there's some really cool courses in here, and I would love to be able to share some of these resources with you all and let you know what you can really achieve with them. So to use these resources, again, you need a library card that is valid. If you have issues with your library card, just once again, please contact us and we will do what we can to help you out. If you can't catch our director, Lindsay, at her email, please send us a Facebook message and we would be happy to resolve your account that way. And then when we are back at RB Digital, last but certainly not least is Transparent Language Online. This is another one that I'm going to do a whole big thing on. Probably in a couple days I'll do a tutorial on Transparent Language Online. But for now, I'm just gonna sign in so that you can see this resource. Occasionally you'll want to reload it if you have an internet connection like mine at home that is not super great, but the site itself is actually really reliable. It's just my internet connection, and it's transferring a lot of data. So we've got learning Latin American Spanish for English speakers. That's what my partner and I have been working on. We've been learning Latin American Spanish. So I say my partner and I, he's been doing most of the work. So he's on lesson 4, it looks like, of unit 1, which is awesome, but it goes over learning streaks. It shows you what vocabulary you can refresh. There's listening, reading, speaking, and writing exercises and activities. So it really covers all 4 areas of language learning. In addition, there's an app called KidSpeak. There's KidSpeak, which is a gamified version for little ones. And then if you go up here, or if it's your first time signing in, it'll ask you what language you want to learn. They have over 110 languages, including English as a second language, learning options for those who speak Spanish, for example. Or I believe if you speak, let's see, you could learn Arabic if you currently speak Latin American Spanish. You could learn Arabic if you speak Turkish. You can learn English if you speak any of these languages, and KidSpeak is available in all these languages too. So it's really, really cool. Just the amazing variety of things you can learn on Transparent Language Online. It can use your microphone to analyze your voice, all sorts of good stuff. So I will do another video soon on Transparent Language to show you guys the ins and outs of how the lessons actually work. But in the meantime, this has been an introduction or tour of our online resources. We really, really hope you will engage with our website and our Facebook page and our Instagram and our Twitter and all that good stuff while you're not able to come into the building. And we really do hope to see you all again soon. If you have any questions, please type them up in the comments, send them to us in a message, or send me an email at r.parlier@appl.org. library.info. Thank you guys so much for joining along for this tour of our digital resources and library website. You guys have been awesome, and I hope you all stay well. Have a nice day.